What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Devin and I hope that you will consider sticking around and subscribing. And if you're not new, as always, welcome back. You know I love you. So I'm obviously filming at night, so we've got a little mood lighting going on here. This lighting is not ideal for me, and I don't want to feel like I'm always complaining about my lighting. I'm working with what I have. I don't mean to complain too much, so I apologize for that. But I've been filming all day and it's just taken me later into the day than I anticipated, and it's now 8:15. But I still want to film, so we're getting it done, and this is what we're gonna do. So I've got my decaf coffee. Isn't this such a cute mug? I got this at Hershey Park. My Pennsylvania people will know Hershey Park is the spot. But I love how big it is, and I love a good cup of decaf coffee at night. So we are going to drink some coffee and hang out. Now that I've been talking for a minute and a half, let me tell you what this video is about. Yeah, okay. So I am coming at you today with another Ulta haul. So my last couple of videos, I posted an Ulta haul, and then I posted a makeup look with some of the products in that Ulta haul, and it made me want to do another bigger Ulta haul right after that. So I've got a nice box full of goodies from Ulta here, all affordable, all things that I had not tried before. We're gonna talk about some makeup. I'm gonna show you what I got. If you're interested in seeing what I got in this Ulta haul, then let's get right into it. Actually, before we get into it, the other thing that I do want to let you know is that I did film this makeup look. The majority of this look is done with products from this haul, so I will probably post the haul first and then the tutorial second, the way that I did with the last haul and tutorial, just so you guys know. Because this is a bigger haul, I'm gonna have to do, I think, several videos testing out all of these products, because I definitely couldn't test these all out all at once. Just want to let you know, if you're interested in this look, depending on when you're watching this, it's either coming soon or it's already up, so keep an eye out for that. Okay, so I feel like I'm not gonna go in any particular order for this. We're just gonna start and go through the box. Okay, so I guess I'll start with this little thing, even though technically this isn't something that I bought. This came as like a little gift because I bought a bunch of things from NYX, which is really cool. So I have a jumbo eye pencil, and this is white. So I guess you can use something like this as eyeliner or eyeshadow. I honestly don't know how often I would use something like this. Probably at most I would use it as an eyeliner in the waterline, but cool nonetheless. I mean, it was free. Then I got a Filler Instinct lip gloss. This is in the shade Let's Glaze, but obviously it's just a clear gloss. Is this supposed to be plumping? Yeah, okay, so Filler Instinct Plumping Lip Polish. So that's cool. I've never tried this. I would be curious to know, like, is it tingly? Does it really plump? Do people like this? Who knows? Then there's also a little mini primer, a little mini size of their Pore Filler Primer. I have not used this in years, but I am so excited about the fact that NYX has started doing these mini primers. I actually got a few of their primers in this mini size in my haul, and I love this because NYX does have a lot of products in general. They do have a lot of primers, and I feel like this is a great way to figure out which one is for you without paying the full price, because some of their primers can be like $15, $17, and I think that these little minis, when you buy them, are like $7 or $8. I feel like this is a great way to try out the different options without like spending all the money on a full-size product and then not liking it. So I was glad to see this. Again, I haven't used this in years, but I have recently gotten back into using pore filling primers on my nose. I've been using my e.l.f. Putty Poreless Putty Primer religiously, so I would be curious to try this and kind of compare the two of those. And actually, it's funny because I just bought another one of these. Like, I just bought a fresh tube of this NYX Brow Glue. This is my go-to brow gel right now. As I've mentioned in my past two videos at this point, because I included this in my last haul, it is gluey, like it is thick and sticky like a glue, but for me, I have thick, coarse eyebrows, so this is really the only thing that like actually holds them in place, especially these little pieces out here. They tend to move around and droop and stuff like that. So I really like this. Just be aware that it says glue for a reason if you've never tried it. So if you don't need a super like thick, really strong hold brow gel, you probably won't like that. But if you have brows like me, I recommend giving it a try. And then the last thing in this little freebie pack was the NYX HD finishing powder. This is in the shade Translucent, so as you can see, it's just like a nice, I mean, pressed powder like this, I feel like would make me a little bit nervous. Like, this is bright white, so I would just be curious to see whether this has like a white cast or anything like that. But that being said, again, all of these products were free, and I love NYX as a brand, and they do have so many products. Like, there's so many products to try, so I'm glad to at least have some of these things to try that I either haven't tried before or haven't used in a while. So anyway, that was my little freebie. I figured I'd throw that in there. Just buckle up, because I already know this video is going to be long. This is a big haul. Okay, next up I got 2 eyeshadow palettes from LA Girl. So this is from their Keep It Playful eye palette collection. I'm assuming it's a collection because these both say Keep It Playful on the back. And I do think there was a third one that was more kind of like a rose gold color scheme. But I got this one. This one's called Downplay. And spoiler alert, you'll be able to tell it's used. I did use this for the eye look that I am wearing right now. So this will be featured in the upcoming tutorial. And then I also did get this one, which is called Foreplay. Oh my goodness. Didn't realize that's what it was called. And this one, you can see, obviously is a lot more of that just like bronzy, warm, neutral palette. I had my eye on these for a while. I have heard people say good things about the LA Girl eyeshadow formula and about these palettes in particular, so I won't give away any spoilers of my thoughts on this palette after having used this one for the first time. But I picked these 2 up because I like the color scheme, and my hope was that I would be able to recommend these to you guys as like good, just neutral drugstore palettes. Like, I feel like 9 pans like this, it's like, okay, I want to do a smoky eye, I'm pulling this one out. I want to do something bronzy, I'm pulling this one out. And you have your go-to shades, and you don't even really need to think about it. So that is those. Okay, next I picked up 2 shades of the Essence Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation with Hyaluron and Aloe Vera. 24-hour long-lasting hydration. I'm basically just reading you the box at this point. And then the top says natural coverage, natural finish, natural weightless feel. So I am not sure like what they claim that the coverage of this is supposed to be, but I never tried this, and I am trying to branch out. I've been using the same 2 foundations for a while. I've been using my CoverGirl foundation and my Colourpop Pretty Fresh foundation for a long time at this point. So I do want to branch out and find some more drugstore foundations. I had a lot of favorite drugstore foundations, but since I've started trying to make the transition to cruelty-free, a lot of my favorite foundations are Maybelline and L'Oreal, like my L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour Fresh Wear foundation. I love that foundation so much, and I am really sad that I had to break up with it. But I want to make new discoveries, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So I picked this one up. Essence is a brand I'm trying to get more into because they are a super affordable, cruelty-free drugstore brand. So I picked this up. Again, it's something that I'm wearing on my face today. It's going to be featured in the tutorial on this makeup look, and I mean, I think it looks pretty good so far. Next up, I picked up this from the e.l.f. and Dunkin collection. I did not get the whole collection because while it was cute and while I love iced coffee and I love Dunkin and I love e.l.f., there was a lot in that collection that I was like, it's super cute, but I probably won't, you know, consistently actually use much of this. But I did want to get something because it was just so dang cute, and this was the one thing that I felt like, okay, I will actually use this. So this is actually their Poreless Putty Primer, and I believe it's the Luminous. Let's take a look. But it's obviously packaged in this cute Dunkin packaging. So it's called the Donut Forget Putty Primer. And then, like, come on, the details, how cute. Look at this label, like the label that comes on your coffee, like where they type out your order. And then on the side here, it says for every makeup run. Like, just the details. I know it's a box that you're gonna throw away, but I love details like this. It freaking gets me. They had, I'm pretty sure, a makeup bag that was like a little munchkin holder, and it was sold out, but I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cute. You know, the e.l.f. Chipotle collab last year and then the e.l.f. Dunkin collab, it's like stuff you wouldn't expect, but they really have nailed both of these, I think. So anyway, once I run out of my regular e.l.f. Putty Primer, I'll just break this one out so I have a backup. Also from e.l.f., this is not a new product to me. I just picked up another shade. So this is the Putty Bronzer in the shade Golden Days. I currently have Honey Drip, which is a pretty good shade for me, but it's a little bit more cool toned and it's a little bit lighter. And when I am self-tanned especially, I felt like I needed something a little bit darker than Honey Drip. So that's why I picked up this one. I'm not sure if this is the next step darker or not, because when I was looking on the Ulta website, I felt like the colors were kind of out of order of like the shade range. But this looks like it's a little bit of a deeper bronzer slash contour, and it's slightly warmer as well. So I think this will work for me for what I need it to do when I have a little bit more of a tan. So I am a girl who likes to have options. I very rarely like to have just one shade in anything. I very rarely like to have just one of anything, if we're being honest. Okay, let me flip back over to NYX for a second, because I started this off telling you guys that I got a free little bundle because I bought a bunch of stuff from NYX, and then I didn't even tell you what I bought from NYX. So what am I doing at this point? I don't know. So first from NYX, I picked up 2 of their little primers that I wanted to try. So this one is a little bit more of a newer release. This is the Marshmallow Primer. I just picked up a mini of this because I've been really curious to try this. I did test this out in the tutorial on this look, so you guys will see my thoughts on that. And then I also picked up the NYX Angel Veil. I feel like this has been around for quite some time, and I feel like this is kind of an OG YouTube product. A lot of people used to talk about this primer like back when I first started watching YouTube, like 2016, 2017. So I wanted to give this a try as well because so many people have said so many good things. And then I just picked up a lighter shade of the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. So this is in the shade 03 Vanilla. In my last haul, I picked it up in the shade Golden, which I believe is maybe like 2 steps darker than this one. So I did like that one, but it's just like, again, depending on the level of tan that I have, that one is, it's a little bit too dark to be like a brightening under eye concealer for me on its own. And I am somebody that likes to mix my foundations and concealers anyway. So I very rarely have just one shade anyway. So I should have just bought 2 to begin with, but I didn't. So when I was placing this order, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a lighter shade of this so that I can really test it out the way that I would actually use it. And then lastly from NYX, I bought a whole bunch more butter glosses, and by a whole bunch I mean in 5 more shades. So first I'll show you guys this one because this one actually is a new release. So it is the shade, it's called Sugar Glass, and as you can obviously see, it is just a true clear lip gloss. I can't believe of all the shades that they have of this that they have never done a clear until now, but when I was looking for other nude shades, I was like, oh my gosh, there's a clear. And then after I ordered it, I have been seeing it kind of pop up on Instagram Reels and stuff like that, being advertised as a new shade. So if you like clear gloss, I definitely recommend these. These are $5 and there are so many colors to choose from. Not sticky, just kind of like a nice standard go-to gloss. You really can't go wrong with these. So I picked up that clear one because it was new and exciting and you can't go wrong with a clear gloss, right? But then I also did pick up a couple more nudes. So my last haul, I picked up 1 nude. It was the shade, I think it was called Sugar High. Just a good go-to nude. Like that shade is probably the nude that my eye goes to like first. But that being said, I did want to pick up a few more so that I could recommend kind of like a range of go-to nudes in this butter gloss collection to you guys. So I guess I can just swatch a couple of these on the back of my hand just so you guys can see. I mean, they're glosses, so they're going to be sheer, but I'll just show you just for fun. So we have the shade Madeline, which is actually what I'm wearing on my lips right now. So that is Madeline. Then we have this guy here, which is Fortune Cookie. I feel like this is also kind of like an OG. Everybody likes Fortune Cookie. It's just like everybody's OG nude lip gloss, you know? By everybody, I mean like, I feel like I heard about this on YouTube all the time back in the day. All right, so again, Madeline, Fortune Cookie. That's a really good like center of the lips, like nude as you can possibly get kind of nude, you know? Then we have the shade Creme Brulee, which is definitely more of like a pinkier shade. So there's Creme Brulee right on the top there. Then we have the shade Bit of Honey. So that's Bit of Honey at the top there. That's really pretty actually. I could see myself using that a lot in the summer. And I thought there was one more, but there's not. It's just the sugar high one. I mean, I guess I could swatch this clear gloss for you. I don't know how much that's really gonna make a difference because it's it's clear. But yeah, so as you guys can see, like, they are very shiny. They do have a really good shine to them, but the formula is not too thick. It's not sticky. It doesn't feel gross on your lips. It's nice and lightweight. Like, if you're kind of just getting into lip gloss, you're not sure if you like it, or if you're somebody that likes lip gloss, but you're picky about it because you don't want something that's thick or sticky, like, I totally get it. These, I feel like, are just so great all around. They knock it out of the park. Okay, so next up are two products from Colourpop, actually. This, like, is basically, I should have just basically said that this is a lip product haul from Ulta because I went in on the lip products in this haul. It's mostly stuff for the lips, but lips are my favorite. I love lip products so much. So I picked up two shades of the Glowing Lip from Colourpop. I heard really good things about these. They are a semi-recent release. I mean, every other day there's a new release for Colourpop, so it depends on what you consider recent, but for me, in like normal people time and not Colourpop time, these are a recent release. And I feel like these have gotten really good reviews, and people have said that they are a good dupe for those. There's like a similar product that Makeup by Mario has recently come out with that's like this, and people have said that this formula is a decent dupe for that. So I got the shade La Cienega. Don't know if I'm saying that right, but here's what it looks like. So I'll give that a swatch on the back of my hand. So these are supposed to be like really comfortable, hydrating sheer, but actually as I'm swatching it, it looks like there's a, you know, a fair amount of pigment on here. Like, you could definitely throw this over a lip liner and it would be a decent lipstick. That's really pretty. Definitely like a kind of like a pinkier nude. And then the other shade that I got is called Indulge Me. And this looks like it's gonna be more of just kind of like a neutral brown nude. They're definitely very soft. Like, you can see as I'm just like lightly swatching on the back of my hand, I'm like really pushing that down. Doesn't bother me, just something to be aware of. Okay, so Indulge Me, and then the other one that I'm not sure how to say. So again, I was just looking for some go-to colors. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna wear something like this on my lips, no matter what my eye look is, unless I'm specifically going for like a bold lip and that's the look I'm going for. If I'm doing an eye look that's even remotely similar to something like I'm wearing today, it's gonna be a nude lip. Or if I'm just doing mascara, it's likely going to be a nude lip. So I just feel like you can never have enough of these. And for me personally, I feel like I can't have enough shades like this to recommend to you guys if that is your style as well. Okay, I can definitely tell that I'm getting tired because normally I group everything from one brand together and I am just hopping all around. So one more thing from Essence. This is the Essence Contour Palette Duo. This is the darker one. So they have a lighter and a darker. I've been wanting to, I have like a fair amount of bronzers and like bronzer shades in my collection, but I've been wanting to pick up something that is truly a little bit more cool toned and a little bit more like truly meant for contour. And as you can see, both of these shades are definitely a lot more cool toned than a regular bronzer. So I wanted to try these out. And I got the darker one just because, especially now heading into summer, I'm going to be self-tanned a lot, like pretty much all the time, so I definitely need something a little bit darker than I would use on my regular, like my natural fairer, like my natural lighter skin tone. So I picked up the dark one and I have not used this yet. I forgot to test this out. I forgot that I had this and I forgot to test this out in the makeup that I filmed today with this look, but I will be testing this out very soon. Honestly, this is like a nice little palette. It doesn't feel cheap. It definitely feels like it's got some weight to it. So I am really excited to test this out. Okay, and then jumping back over to LA Girl, I did get a few, well, not a few, I have 6 lip products from them. So I got 4 of their Perfect Precision lip liners, and then I got 2 of their matte flat velvet lipsticks. So these 2 groups of things were the last thing that I added to my cart before I hit purchase on this haul. I don't know what made me do it, to be honest with you. I think I was looking at the eyeshadow palettes and then I was just looking at other things from the brand LA Girl because I haven't really tried a lot from them, but I do hear people talking about the brand like a fair amount. That's not true. I think I have a couple of their eyeliners, but I don't know that I've ever actually used them. Anyway, I threw these products in on a whim at the very end. I just threw them into my cart and I was like, sweet, let me try them. It's a bunch of nudes. I love nude lips. We know this at this point. These lipsticks, I like, just, you know, little spoiler alert, I could kind of give or take these. Wasn't amazing, wasn't bad, you know, they were okay, especially for the price. These, however, are amazing. And I think I found a hidden gem because I have never heard anybody talk about this lip liner formula at all until I saw these on the Ulta website. So I use the shade Cafe today on my lips. It's this guy right here. I was amazed. So these are literally $2.99. They're the same price as the Essence wooden lip liner pencils, and I liked this formula way better. Let me not talk too much about it because I want you to watch my tutorial, and I do talk a lot about like my thoughts and first impressions on these, but I do want to tell you the colors that I got. So like I said, I used the shade Cafe today. I also have the shades Sugar and Spice, Bear, and Flesh. So while we're at it, I'll just swatch them on the back of my hand for you. So this one right here is Cafe. This one is Sugar and Spice. So you can see this one's a lot more of like a brown kind of neutral nude. This one has a little bit more red to it. This is the shade Bear. So I don't know if it's going to read on camera. I can kind of tell in person. I would say Bear is a similar undertone to Cafe. Like these two have a much more similar undertone to each other than to this one. I would say that Bear is just a little bit lighter than Cafe. This is going to be a lighter nude. I would say this is more of like a medium nude. Okay, and then we have Flesh right here. So I would say that Flesh, I didn't really swatch these in order. I just kind of did them at random, but I would say that Flesh is definitely a lot warmer. So like I would say that Flesh and Sugar and Spice kind of coordinate with each other, and then Bear and Cafe coordinate with each other. But as you can see here, I mean, even just from the four I picked out, they had a lot more options than this even. But just from the four that I picked out, like a really nice kind of nude lip liner wardrobe. So I am really happy with this. And again, spoiler, I do really love the formula, especially for the price. Really, really good. Okay, and then these two lipsticks, I have the shade Snuggle and Ooh La La. So I will swatch those for you guys as well. So this is Ooh La La. I don't even know that the camera is going to pick it up because it is a very light nudie nude. So here, I'll also show you it like this. You can see it's got like a little bit of a darker rim around it. That's because this is actually what I have on my lips. I put this in the center of my lips on top of the Cafe lip liner, which was a little bit darker to kind of get that like ombre lip contour nude lip type of deal going, and then I topped it with that Madeline gloss from NYX. So this I feel like is a good just center of the lips nude. Do I feel like this is super matte? No. Do I feel like this is going to be super long lasting? No. Is it the best lipstick formula that I've ever tried based on using it today? I mean, no, but it's also not bad. And like these are $3.99 at Ulta, so for that price, if you just want something that can be kind of like your go-to center of the lip shade when you need it, I feel like this serves that purpose. And then that being said, this is the shade Snuggle. So you can kind of see the contrast there. This obviously is a much more realistic lipstick shade. I actually feel like this is a good kind of my lips but better shade for me. It's just like a little bit more of that like pinky reddish nude as opposed to like a neutral brown. So I feel like this is a good my lips but better shade. I will also just show you, if you guys can tell, this is the cap for this color, and you can tell they are really not the same at all. So just be aware of that if you're picking these out. I don't necessarily think the cap color coordinates with the color of the lipstick. But again, these are $3.99. They're affordable and potentially worth checking out. Next up, I have just a few items from Flower Beauty, which is another brand that I am trying to dive into more. I really like them. I like the things that they come out with. I feel like when I was shopping at the drugstore before, I was always gravitating towards Maybelline and L'Oreal, and so I never really tried a lot of these other brands. But Flower Beauty has been a brand on my list, so we are going to slowly but surely try them out. So this is one of their Chrome Crush Pressed Pigments. These immediately made me think of the Jaclyn Hill like little pigment pots that she came out with, I think around the holidays, that everybody said were really good. I never got one of those, but these looked really nice. Look at that. That looks stunning. This is the shade Quartz. And quite simply, I just bought this to be a go-to all-over lid shade if I like it. A shade like this that's nice and bright for the eyelids is just like my favorite thing to make the eyelids pop. And then I did pick up, surprise, surprise, I picked up 2 lipsticks from them as well. So this is another lipstick formula that I have had favorited to try. So I got the shade Buttercup, and then I got Tiger Lily. So Buttercup looks like, again, kind of a good go-to nude. Let's just go ahead and swatch this on the back of my hand. Ooh, okay, so it's pretty sheer. Actually, it's a lot more sheer than I was expecting it to be. It feels nice and like emollient and hydrating. But I don't know if you guys can tell, it looks like it's gonna be more of like a sheer, shiny formula. I was expecting kind of just like a standard lipstick, but that's really neither here nor there. I don't care. I'm still going to try it out. And then I picked up the shade Tiger Lily. I felt like this would be a good spring summer shade. It's just got like a little bit more brightness to it. It's not really a nude. It's almost like, I would describe it as like a muted coral shade almost. But again, just something that I thought would be pretty to try out for the spring and summer. So Buttercup down here, Tiger Lily up here. All right, you guys, last but not least, I have 3 products from Milani to share with you. What are they? Yes, they are lipsticks. So it should come as no surprise because I had a couple of these in my last haul and all I was saying about them was I want more, I want more, I want more. So these are all part of the Color Fetish matte collection. I do feel like this matte formula is the one that everybody in the beauty community like raves about. So these 2 nudes specifically are what I was looking for when I was shopping in store at Ulta and they were out of stock. So I went online and ordered these, and then I also did order one more like pinky shade as well. So I got the shade 410 Pleasure, 420 Tease, and 430 Secret. So to round this thing out, I will swatch these on the back of my hand for you so we can all enjoy them, and then we'll be done with this haul. So first up, this one is Pleasure. Oh yeah, that's a good nude. So there is Pleasure right there. I would say this leans a little bit more of like a cool toned nude. Okay, I think Tease got hurt in transit because this was like wrapped up. It wasn't like tampered with or anything like that, but I think maybe he might have melted a little bit on his way. That's okay. Still gonna love him. Yeah, this is okay. This is the perfect nude for sure. So that's Tease right there. I think this is the shade that my sister had in her bathroom when I was home, and I was like, what color is that? I need it. So I think you can tell the slight difference. This is a little bit more like pinky cool tone. This one's a little bit more just kind of like that middle of the road neutral nude. And then the last one I have is called Secret, and this one is definitely more pink. So again, Pleasure, Tease, Secret. But once again, a great lineup of go-to nudes / neutrals for your collection. And even though this is a matte formula, I do feel like this is comfortable. It still glides really nicely. Like, I am impressed with the way this formula feels so far. Matte lipsticks can be tricky because they can be long wearing, but they can also be really dry and cracky and uncomfortable. So that's kind of like where you have to strike the balance with your matte lipsticks, is you want it to be long wearing, but you also want it to be comfortable. So I have high hopes for these. All right, you guys, I am not sure how long this video is going to be, but to me, I feel like that went pretty quickly. So hopefully that was quick and easy and enjoyable for you guys. I love watching hauls. I love seeing what people are buying where, especially like Ulta makeup hauls, Walmart makeup hauls, Target makeup hauls, like all that kind of stuff. And I love the drugstore. We all know. I mean, it's not that I don't like to be bougie sometimes, but I just love affordable makeup. It has my heart. It's the love of my life. So I love watching videos like these. I feel like I've been watching more of them recently, and it's something that I do want to create. Plus, it's also like kind of a way to justify a shopping addiction to get content out of it, but we don't have to talk about that. If you have made it this far in the video and you have not already subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button down below. I would love to have you here, and you can also hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads from me. You can also follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. I'm trying, guys. Like, I have to commit to TikTok and just start using it, because I know that's where everybody is right now, and that's where all the fun is happening. I've been very resistant to it, but I do want to start using TikTok and posting makeup stuff over there as well. So follow me at DevDevGregs on Instagram and TikTok, and hopefully there will be some good stuff for you guys to watch from me on there as well. And with that, I hope you have a great night, and I will catch you in my next one. Mwah. Love you. Bye.